So back out here at this big farm project this morning. Still no update on any more crushed concrete, so road is on hold for right now. I did drop off all the gutter pipe the other day, so I will be probably putting that in Saturday. But back here today, he wants me to take down that great big gum tree down there, and we're going to look at clearing a trail instead of trying to mulch it. And I got to move his machine, get that big gum tree down, get all that cleaned up, piled up, and then see what else he wants me to clean up around here. So down here where I cleared up some last fall there, originally we were going to leave this great big old gum tree at the edge of the field, but now he wants it down. He's already been digging around it with his 160, but couldn't get it pushed over. So I'm going to go around here with the 220, dig around it, and see if I can't get it to fall back this way and save the little oak trees over there. So let's see how this works. So I got a new microphone for the camera, so hopefully you can hear me better in the cab videos now. So I gotta dig around this last side right here, and I'll set the camera up outside as well. And I'm gonna get a little farther over that way and try to drop this tree kind of out there in that open space right there. I've taken a pretty good swath around it, digging roots out, and I hope that it'll come over. I'm going to give it all my might, which it's going to take it. I don't know what in the world I'm going to do with this stump. It's going to probably weigh as much as this machine does. But luckily this is pretty sandy, so I'm hoping that it'll just kind of undermine it and it'll tip right over. Let me set the camera up outside and give it a little nudge, and well, let's just give it a little nudge right now and see if it's gonna even move before I do all that. You know what ooh means? Nothing moved. Oh, it's gonna go over now. Alright, we're getting attacked by gumballs. Oh, there they come. Alright, let me set the camera up. That's gonna make a good crunch. See what it does. It's going. Timber! See ya! Oh, look at the limbs flying everywhere. That was a big tree. We call gum trees an invasive tree. They are horrible. No, some people like them, but I've never really met anybody personally that likes them. They got those little gumballs that fall, just notorious for making messes, and they grow like weeds. That big tree was probably 50, 60 years old, if that. They grow so fast and are not good for anything. Now I get to sit and break all those branches off, put them into a pile, and figure out what I'm going to do with all this stuff. I've been running the old 220 a lot lately, and really haven't been in this one a lot here recently. It's interesting to see the difference between the both of them. This one's a little faster, and the other one, you know, this one has electronic controls, but the other one has pilot controls. Definitely a little bit of operating difference between the two. So let me break some of these branches off, get this piled up, and then I gotta go to the truck, get the chainsaw, because there's no way I can break that chunk of wood off of that stump. a while since I've had to do some chainsawing. That's a lot of work, those big old gum trees. But I got all that cut up. I'm gonna just kind of condense it up. We're gonna end up hauling everything to a big burn pile right there. And then once take that pine tree down, clean up all that, get that piled up, ready to haul. And then there's a bunch of trail work. He owns a big tract of land all in there, all that woods. Wants to be able to cut some side-by-side trails all the way down through there. Go ahead and grub that. Cut out a couple food plots in there for turkey hunting and stuff like that. So a fair amount of tree work to do down there, and then haul it all up here. Since it's all in the woods, there's really no good spot to burn it. Stuff's way too big to kind of be mulching, so it's going to come all the way up here. We're going to pile it up out there where I did that previous burn pile last year and burn it there again. Big stump over here to the burn area. It is a heck of a stump, and I can't pick it up. You know what you do when you can't pick it up? You roll it. So I tried scratching dirt off of it, but there's really not a whole lot more to fall off. It just kind of needs to dry and have a fire around it. So I'm gonna stand up. Yep. Don't hit my boom. Oh. I probably could have cut a little bit more off, but it was buried in the dirt. That's like a 40-inch stub right there. That big one. So I'm gonna roll it over here out into the area where I want to burn, and we will pile up all the brush around it, and hopefully it builds enough heat up to burn some of this. There's a lot of brush that's got to come out of the wood, so it'll sit there and cook and cook and cook, and just kind of keep burning it away. That is a one heck of a stump, though. I don't even know if the 330 would move this thing. I mean, I could, do what I'm doing right now, but it definitely wouldn't pick it up, I don't think. Alright, where am I going? I think I want to burn right here is where I burnt last time. Get away from those trees. Bad when you just drag yourself, ain't it? Getting a wrestling match here. I need to go up the hill a little bit. That's gonna get wet right there. We'll get the dump truck stuck probably. Come on. How to spend 10 minutes to move a stump. I'm getting it though. Almighty 220 is working. I think I want to burn as far as I can up this way so that it stays dry. somewhere about right here. We'll pile everything up and burn it right there. Time to take this pine tree down because it sticks out in the field like a sore thumb now. That'll clean that line up a little bit. And then there's one oak tree that is broke off in that other big tree. I'm gonna grab it, see if I can't ease it out of the top of that other tree. Then I'm gonna stack some of that brush up over there and take off into the woods to start working on that trail. I'll probably cut this up. I knocked the chain off the saw, cut some of those other trees up. It should have, it's cooled off enough now I can put it back on. Some of those trees in the woods I'm gonna have to push over and then cut into a few pieces because it's kind of tight. If we can do a big timber. Timber. Come on, you can do it. Timber. That wasn't the most exciting thing in the world, but it fell over. This is really the only big tree. Normally I try to cut a little bit of wood out of it, but it's not worth it for just one tree, so I'll cut it up and we'll throw it in the burnt pile. Get that over here out of the mud. About right there. And I'm gonna go over there and see if I can't get that oak tree out of there after I fill this hole in. Okay, so excavator is down here now. I'm got to clear he wants to clear a trail all the way through the woods for four-wheeling side by side and everything. But we got to use the 220, so it's gonna be big enough to drive an off-road dump truck around here. So we got to do a little grading, clear some little food plots down here in the woods. So the plan is to come down here and tie into, we're going to do a bypass. Originally it was going to go all the way up there. This was a pretty cleared area right through here. So I'm going to come through here and kind of pick the path of least resistance. I'm not allowed to take down oak trees and take down anything else but oak trees. So I've got to get this path down through here. May just take down that one pine tree. I can sneak right through here and then tie in to where all these pink flags are. That's going to be the main path all the way back there to the back and the clearing area. So I'm going to tie a couple ribbons and some trees in the straightest path and start clearing. I might actually bypass that and come right straight through here. That's oak tree. Not allowed to take the oak trees down. Got to work around it. All right, I'm going to adjust this a little bit. That way I can kind of go right straight through there. Okay, got my little center line flagged here. Going to come in here and take these poplar trees down. Go right straight through there. Tie into the old trail through the woods and head on down there to the bottom. So let's see how this is going to work. Starting to get into some bigger trees now. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to break them up. I'm going to start chainsawing. down because it's dead. That way I can start piling brush up right there. It's gonna get tight down here. Luckily we have those areas where the food plots are gonna go. That'll be a kind of a good staging area to take brush and also turn a dump truck around. Luckily these are poplar trees and are pretty brittle. There's a gum tree right here. I'm probably going to take it down. Kind of give me a little more room to be able to swing. Gonna kind of be a delicate process in here. Once I get farther in, there's some kind of bigger pine trees. Probably have to take a couple down, cut them up, and then carry on. But I'll have somebody running chainsaw when I come back to do that, hopefully. They've got some roots on them though. Ain't that something? A little 8-inch tree. Won't come out of the ground. But a nice wide path will be good to be able to get tractors down here, trailers if you want to bring any booster stuff. somehow to get the dump truck down here and load out down here somehow. Alright, I'm going to keep on making progress back here. I went and got the dump truck, loaded up a load of brush. I'm going to go dump that and come back and load up that pile right there. I got some logs, and then I've made it down here to where I'm going to do probably a 100-foot circle or so. Kind of open little field here in the woods for a food plot. And then that trail takes off and goes down there through the bottom down there, and then back around that hillside, way back up there into another clearing, and then ties back into the field. So just getting started, but I got to get the chainsaw, cut all this up, get a little more room in here, and take some more trees down. I got that cut up so I can stack that up and make a little more room. Let's go up here and grab the dump truck and go dump a load of brush. And I can back down here and get another load, and then all this down here I can pile it up into that circle there where I can just drive the dump truck down here and load it out then. But I'd like to go ahead and get this pile here cleaned up today, and maybe these logs out here, to see how this ground does at holding the truck up. It's gonna be a nice little trail back here though. I think I can back right in here next time. That way I can grab that, put it in the truck. The truck out, some of this brush to get out of here. It's kind of almost when that rotating grapple would be good, since everything's kind of all crisscross and angled. It's tight in here. So the grapple works good for loading out stuff like this, but it sucks for clearing. It's kind of like, just easier to use the thumb, but right here it would be nice to just grab these piles. It's not worth the hassle of changing them out for one load of brush, 2 loads. A couple dang hickory trees in here. They do not give up. You can wad them into a ball and they will not break. any awards for the cleanest looking load of brush for sure. But getting it out of here. I think I can get all that in one more load, and I need to talk to whoever is calling me. Well, that was easy there, Log. That was Charlie that called me. We were trying to figure out about trying to crush that concrete over there on the customer's other farm, so I can finish this road, but I think the guys are finally going to come back, or hopefully he'll know something next week. Luckily I got enough stuff to work on between now and then. It really doesn't interfere anything too much. Get some of this brush stacked up and a few more trees down. Robert come over here tomorrow and clean all these piles of brush up while I work with Justin on his project. But you'll probably see that video before this one anyways. Gonna break or go. I'm going to drag these out and cut these up with the chainsaw here real quick. May take down a couple more and get all this stuff sorted through and pretty much call it a day. I got a few logs in the truck. I'm going to dump those out up there, and be back down here later on. Well, it was a good day today. Got everything taken down up there, cut up, piled up, ready to go into the burn pile. Came down here, got my trail cut all the way down to this food plot area right here. And this food plot is where you clear out an area in the woods, you end up planting stuff, and then let the wildlife come in here and have a spot for that to graze. And kind of hidden in the woods, they feel a lot more protected. And once I get this area cleared, it's probably about half cleared right now, so it'll be a nice little open spot down here in the woods. Somewhere down here, my pink flags take off, and the trail goes all the way down there and then all across that bottom and then back up over there. But yeah, hopefully Robert can get all that stuff cleaned up and this brush out of here tomorrow. So next time that I'm back down here, I can finish laying all these trees down and take off down there and work on that trail. Since I got to cut the wood up anyways, there's really not a whole lot of room down here. I may see if I can make a load of logs to just haul off and keep from having to burn it at least. Let's get the dump truck and get out of here.